Hello and welcome to this flipped instructional session. This is our Getting Started orientation for Earth Science. I am Miss Perry and I will be your teacher this year. So this is just a quick overview of what we are going to go over, how to log into your course, where to find all of those course materials and what you can find in there. What do the lessons look like? And I'm going to encourage you to take notes, what kind of class connects you can find and recordings, and where you can find the extra credit opportunities. If you have not already watched my video on the first 5 tips, you can pause this orientation and go and watch that. I give you 5 tips to getting started with your course. And you can find that video either in the welcome announcement or in the overview section. So if you click on class home, you will see an overview in that menu on the left hand side. So click on that overview. I've got a snip of that on the screen now of where you can find overview and the video giving you the first 5 tips for your science course. All right, let's go over a quick overview of what you can expect to see when you are logging into your course. So up at the top, you'll see the course name, and that will have your cohort in there as well. So you can pay attention to if you're in the August, September, October cohort, etc. That will just give you the course name for your reference. You will see a menu here. You'll also see these menu tiles, and that is an easy way to navigate the course. Sometimes that does not display properly, and so you always have this text menu here up at the top that if it's not displayed for some reason, you can always go into content and get any of the information that is displayed in those tiles. In those tiles is where you will see your course materials, flipped recordings, extra credit, and then your units will be displayed there as well. So be aware that that's the main navigation point for the course, but if that is not showing, go up here to the top and click on content. You will see an overview of your grade in the course. This is important. Every time you log in, take a look at this just so that nothing surprises you. You'll see your current grade, your progress, and then if you have any overdue assignments. Also over here, which it's covered up to the left of that, you'll see if you have any unread feedback for those teacher grade assignments. Make sure that when you see that you have new feedback, make sure that you read that after you have submitted those teacher grade assignments. And you'll have your teacher listed here and contact my teacher, so that's one way you can contact your teacher. You'll also see your class connect sessions. When you see the little live button next to it, that means the class is currently going on. When the class is over and the teacher has posted that recording, you can go back and get the recordings for those recorded class connect sessions. Over here to the left, which it's covered up just a tad bit, but this is your class plan. Now this is a scrolling class plan, so as the date moves, it's going to continue to scroll with the date. So if you don't do a lesson, it's not going to show up here on the class plan because that's going to continuously scroll. So I always make sure to tell students to go into course materials, print out that class plan, check off assignments when you finish those. That way you will know if you're ahead, behind, if you're on track, and all of that good stuff. And then you have announcements here. I will continually update announcements, so make sure that you check out that announcements section for important information in your course. Make sure that you get familiar with all of the materials housed under course materials. You will find teacher contact information. That's where you can print your course calendar. We will talk more about that calendar here in just a minute. You'll find unit note guides and a permanent zero calendar, all under course materials. Just a reminder that that course calendar is available for you. This is what it looks like. It tells you each lesson and when it is due, and then I've also put in that permanent zero deadline. So depending on which cohort you are starting with, it'll tell you everything, all of these lessons above, and what is the last day that you can turn those in. I want to go over with you what a lesson looks like in your course. So when you click on that lesson, so you'll click into the unit and then you'll have all of the lessons listed. And this is what it will look like here in the back. This tells us 1.08 Mapping Mystery Island has 3 different parts. And you can see these folders. Over here it's actually covered up, but it tells you how many different activities are in each of these different sections. So you'll have a little learn section, an assessment, and follow that up by another little learning section, okay? And it'll tell you how many activities are in each of those. But to start the lesson, you'll click on that very first blue link, and it'll guide you through the rest of the lesson. So you don't have to come out and in. It'll guide you through the rest of the lesson, and you'll have a bar to navigate on the side. And I'll show you that here in just a second. So when I click on that, it's going to open up the first topic. So in that very first Learn section of this lesson, there are 6 required topics. Some of them are pretty quick, but you just go through, you click on that blue link, and it's going to take you through each of those activities. And you will navigate, when you click on that, it's going to take you to the lesson page. You will navigate using this. So here we know we're on page 1 of 2. We'll click the next button, and it'll take us to the second page. And then once you finish that activity, it will give you a check mark, but you'll click on this blue next button, and that will take you to the next activity that you have. So just continue to go through that lesson slide by slide using your navigation bars. Make sure you always scroll down. Sometimes they may be hidden. And once you finish that section, it will take you to the next section. So don't miss any in Earth Science. A lot of the information that you learn is online. We don't have an actual textbook, so all of our information is going to be online. So taking notes is important. So make sure you're taking notes and doing those offline activities and saving those pages as well. Let's go over a quick overview of the different types of sessions that you are going to see. The first one is that flipped session. This is the recorded sessions that are recorded prior to you coming to a live Class Connect. This is where you can log in, click on that flipped recording section, and you can see lessons that pertain to your course where you are. So you can view those prior to attending your live session, or just to help you through a lesson, you can watch those flipped session recordings. They are not live, they are recordings that are posted in your course. And then the flip follow-up session, that is a session that is going to address some content from either a previous flip video lesson or maybe one that's coming up, but those will be each week, and the live session will contain just fun learning activities where you can interact with your peers as well. So those are live. They are also recorded, so if you miss those, you can watch the recording of those flipped follow-ups as well. You will see Help Lab each week. That is where we have just an open room ready for you to come and ask questions. There's not a prepared lesson for that. It's just a time that you know I am sitting here at the computer waiting for you to come and ask questions. So if you have questions, you know Help Lab will be open. It is live and it is not recorded because those are specific student questions. A Target Teach session is a targeted session for a small group of students based on those needs. So if I see that there's something a lot of students are struggling with, I may invite those students to a Target Teach session. Those are live and are recorded, so I can give that recording to anybody who may need it. You may see a SOAR session. Those are students on a roll. It's just kind of like a reteaching session. And so when you see that, it's just going to be kind of tips to help you improve in your course. And then you will have Wolfpack check-ins, and those are a weekly session with your Wolfpack leader. And this is just a session that provides general information. It's time to interact with your peers and celebrate successes in your courses. So just a quick reminder about where you can find each of those different types of sessions. The flip sessions, which are the recordings, can be found in your flipped recordings section on that tile bar that appears at the top of your screen. And then any of the other sessions that are live can be found under the Class Connect session in your course. And so you'll see a list of the Class Connect sessions for the day, and you'll see the time. If it is live and currently on, you'll have that blue link where you can click on that to enter the class, and you'll also see that live button to know, hey, this class is in session, and you can join that class. Don't forget to look at your extra credit opportunities in the course. Up on that content bar, you will see extra credit. For extra credit, you can submit your unit notes, and there is also an opportunity to submit any of the labs or activities that are not turned in for teacher grade assignments. You can submit those for extra credit opportunities as well. Thank you for joining me for this flipped recording of our orientation and just getting to know the course. And here is my contact information, once again, letting you know that I am always available to help you and guide you through the course. So look for a flip follow-up session in your Class Connect schedule and attend that live orientation session where we will have the opportunity to have questions answered on anything in your course. Don't forget, help labs are also available for extra support. Have fun, and I can't wait to see you on the flip side.